Yeah, それで多分決まる。
Yeah.
Board games, it's what we're talking about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. I am standing virtually beside you, beside a person known as Sai Beppu. They are over in Japan. We are going to talk. That is the plan. Sai Beppu is an artist. They have worked on many games. And over here on BGG, you can see those games names. Board games, it's what we're talking about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. Yay!
Yay!
Good.
Good song. Good morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting us.
I'm going up my camera because I'm having major internet difficulties. I do apologize to everyone. But it is bedtime, approximately. I mean, in Japan, if you're a young child, I mean, probably not for Sai, but only for a very small child, it is bedtime, because 6 p.m., I believe. So it is the busy bedtime board game blether. Today, I am meeting Sai Beppu.
サイベップさんに会いますよっていう。Hello.
Oh.
Hello. Good morning. Yes. Metallic.
With a brilliant thing. Here's a little thing which is brilliant. So what is the brilliant thing?
何がブリリアントなのでしょうって。
Love.
I think love is
love is brilliant.
All you need, according to
only
so important and so brilliant.
Yeah.
すごい大事でブリリアント。
I think so. Yeah.
And hello, Dina. We are talking about love and why love is so awesome. Let me stop I do apologize for all my internet problems. Why love so wonderful?
なぜ愛がそんなに素晴らしいか。
言ったらいい？
日本語。
OK。愛はいろんな形があります。ボードゲームとか。
Love has a many shape, like a board game and
人への愛とか。
Love to people, of course.
家族への愛。
Love to family, most important, of course.
で、そうだな。愛する気持ちで自分が頑張れたりとか。
So people can do anything because they have love to someone.
それが原動力になるところが私は素晴らしいと思っている。
That is a very important motivation and make people to move ahead. So it is the reason why love is so awesome.
It is super wonderful. Yes, absolutely. And love can motivate us and do so much. I 100% agree.
100% 同意するよ。人を動かせるっていうので。
Yeah.
Games, 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 games. What are we playing? What are their names? I played a game called Reassemble. It is a one-player game for the L deck. I'm having a bit of problems with it. It's a weird end game, feels very difficult compared to the middle of the game. And so I've been chatting to the designer about it. This might be one that we don't take forwards, but it was enjoyable to play through and consider the possibilities of this game, even if it's not one of my favorite games for the L deck.
So
But what games have you been playing?
どんなゲームを遊んだか。
私は今日、アハイアルをさっき遊びました。
We've been playing this game.
アハイアル。You know? Did you know?
Ah, yes.
Today
So
I
cute.
played な、
日本語で言っても大丈夫。
アハイアル。これはテトリスに似ているゲーム。
It's a Tetris like a tile playing game.
で、そうだな。面白いところは、そのテトリスのようなタイルを取るときに、方向が、自分と相手の方向が違っていて、それを、円盤の上に乗せて、回して遊ぶ。から、取る方向が違って見える。
Interesting thing in this game is if in two-player game you sit on opposite side and you can the tiles are on disc which can be rotated, so you can rotate the table, I mean disc, by using your action point and then get the tile and place it on your board. So yeah, it is very interesting game. そして
そんな感じだね。
That's all.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
And art is so cute.
Oh.
I think it's
Yeah.
of Portugal. Yeah.
Recent highlights, live life and seeing the sights. Recent highlights. So, the recent highlights. For me, I think that a recent highlight would be doing a tiny bit of cycling and trying to organize for virtually weekends. I am feeling quite anxious about July, but it's been nice to cycling. What's you? Have you done anything recently which you enjoyed?
何か最近楽しいことをやったか。
楽しいことね。なんだっけな。なんかどっか行ったよね。
私の場合はサイクリングだったけど。
サイクリングナイス。私はどうだろう。昨日、一昨日どっか行ったよね。どっか行かなかった。そうだな。私はよく近所のボードゲームプレイスペースに遊びに行っていて、昨日は、久しぶりに帰省した友達とボードゲームをしたりしましたね。
Because in this time we cannot go so far, so we recently visit board game play space stores in our town. And yesterday there is a friend who come back this town, so we played a board game with him. So it was very nice.
Lovely. Which game?
Because どんなゲームを遊んだか。
トリックテイキングゲーム。例えば、 なんだっけ何あったかな and trick-taking ゲームぐらいか。
Because all of us, including my friend, loves trick-taking games, small card games. So we played a bunch of trick-taking games, and I think we played a roll and write game named Sweet Stack. It's a Japanese indie game.
And Alan has been enjoying games on Board Game Arena, especially card games, because they are going to hopefully program Alphabetical, which would be super exciting. Sate got to interview the designer of Alphabetical on his thoughts on the game yesterday. That's exciting. I would like to listen to that. For those who don't know, Alphabetical was by Andrew Dennison, but I did some development on it. And I want to shout out to Xate. It is Xate's birthday today.
Oh.
So are you happy to sing happy birthday?
一緒にハッピーバースデーできるか。
Okay, okay. Let's sing.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Xate. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Is there a
birthday.
Japanese version?
Japanese is same.
The melody is same.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. 一緒だね。Same. Same.
Actually, we are surprised that the lyric is actually the same because
Yeah. Happy birthday.
we can't.
どなただっけ
We are saying to people, happy birthday, which is the Japanese pronunciation of the happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
So exactly the same.
Yeah.
And talking about birthday songs, there is one in Iran which is Tavalod, Tavalod, Tavalodit Moborak, Tavalod, Tavalod, Tavalodit Moborak, Biosham Futkol, Satsoten Deboshit, Biosam Futkol, Tavalod Moborak, Tavalodit Moborak, 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 Tavalodit Moborak, which means Moborak means celebrations. Tavalod means birthday. So you're saying birthday, birthday, celebrate your birthday. And hello, Jess. And Jess says in Thailand they also say something very similar. And happy birthday, Xate.
Happy birthday.
Sweet.
So, to everyone watching, oh, sorry, I cut you off. I'm very sorry. I will try to take more time in between. To everyone, please comment, ask questions, and if you enjoy it, follow. And it is now time to go to the questionably quick questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have sent these questions ahead of time. So did you have breakfast?
Yes, I did. I have salmon, raw salmon.
Wow, nice. When did you wake up?
And cheese.
で、いつ起きたか。
朝6時。
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Wow. What was the last thing you ate?
最後に何を食べたか。
最後食べたの。サーモン。
Actually, it's the breakfast.
Was it a very late breakfast?
なんでそんなに遅い？
遅い？
Because she is very busy, so no chance to
Yeah.
eat something else.
Working and working.
Okay. Iced coffee or hot tea?
Iced coffee.
What's a good thing to eat or drink whilst playing games?
Milk and happy tan. Happy tan is Japanese sweet. Rice biscuit.
Ooh, sounds
Yeah,
nice.
that's very sweet and ちょっと salty. ちょっとしょっぱい。
It is a Japanese snack. Actually, it is made of rices. Basically, it is sweet. I remember, but I think it's salty one. Yeah.
Happy tan.
Who's the last person you spoke to in person?
これ、
直接
you?
No, I think it's me.
何最後に喋った人だよね。最後に喋った人、you,
yeah.
my husband.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you prefer books or podcasts?
Books?
And what was the last one you read?
最後に読んだの？
最後に読んだのは、なんか読んだか。Nausicaa, the comic book. Yeah.
Recently, we've seen a movie, Nausicaa, Japanese animation. So the movie is based on this comic.
Yeah.
So she was very impressed with this movie. So we bought it just after watching the movie.
Nice.
When you
When you play games, do you have a favorite color to play?
I use white or red. White or red.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And you?
For me, my first choice is purple. My second choice is red.
Yeah.
And then I like sorts of natural unpainted color.
You have a very good sense. I love purple because I'm a colorblind people. So red or green is not good for me. So I love purple too.
紫はベスのイメージだねって言って、紫と赤は。
いや、私が
いや、言ってみて、紫。
Purple is very fit.
Purple and red to fit.
She thinks that purple is your color.
Yeah. I think.
Thank you. We've got a question. Could you tell us the board games that are behind you? What are they?
Yeah. 私が関わったボードゲームの、箱です。
That's a part of the board games. She does artwork or DTP things. So, for example, 何がいいかな? This game, she does the whole artwork thing, including this package. And this one too. This one is a Japanese indie game. And she draws the jacket and illustrates the color card. So that's the collection of her artworks.
It's a really impressive collection of games to have worked on.
これは、DTP Japanese version, DTP works by me. Welcome to.
It's a very famous game, but
Yeah.
What did you
She
do
does a-
for this game?
このゲームのために何をやったかっていう。
まず、そうですね。説明書、rule books, Japanese title とか、Japanese rule book DTP は差し替えとか、
基本的なのに日本語で言っても。
So you did all the text layout?
Right. テキストレイアウトをやったんだ。
Yes. そうだな。このゲームにはカードに、言語依存がないので、これと箱の日本語に差し替えっていうね。
Because this game does not have a language dependency on cards, so she did localization of the rulebook and package. I mean the box.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So getting back to what was the next question? Cards or cubes?
Cards or cubes.
カードとキューブと違い。
Cards.
I agree.
とかも。
Wooden meeple or plastic figurine?
Wooden. もちろん、木製。
Absolutely wooden meeple.
Yeah. I like
Okay,
it.
what about a plastic figurine or a semi-transparent card standee, if you know what I mean?
I don't know exactly what you are saying, so can you explain more in detail?
So you can get some cards that are semi-transparent, but you can see the picture drawn on the card, and then you have a little holder, and then you move the cards around.
ちょっとチャットに戻して。これだね。セミトランスパレント、なんか、なんかカードで、部分的に透明なものがあったり、それか、プラスチックフィギュアなのか。なんかあるじゃん。
So we've got a question about which games have it. I've seen it as a stretch goal in a Kickstarter, and I saw it as a separate thing on a Kickstarter just to say, hey, this is a way you don't need the maybe this is a bad question because it's very rare that you see such a thing.
Yeah.
It's not very common.
アクリルのアクリルフィギュアか、普通のプラスチックフィギュアか。
アクリルフィギュアかな。アクリルフィギュア I like.
Semi-transparent card standee because? 理由は？
手触りかな。手触り？あんまりアクリルフィギュア以外見たことないかもしれない。
でもプラスチックフィギュアも。
プラスチックフィギュアは、あれか、立体的なやつか。プラスチックフィギュアは、あれっぽい、なんかアメゲーっぽいっていうか。
Because she does not like the American taste, so she thinks that the plastic figure feels very American. I mean, comical. So she prefers semi-transparent card standee. In Japan, we call it the acrylic figure, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you prefer, which do you think is more important, the art or rules?
アートかルールかどっちか。
悩むな。both, but まあ、アートかな。アートで。
Both is important, of course, but art is important.
Yes.
More important.
Okay. I like that. And the final question,
ね
Could you tell us about a typical day for you over the past month?
うんうん
こう最近の
うん
一般的な一日について。
最近の一般的な一日。
うん。
寝てばっかり。寝て仕事して自粛だから、
うん。
寝るか仕事するか。
うん。Always sleeping all days and wake up and working and sleep again.
In-house.
In-house.
In-house. Yeah.
I mean, but I hope you are still, enjoying life somewhat.
いや、何か楽しいこと。
楽しいこと。ね、寝ること楽しいって言ったらね。
Sleeping is enjoyable for us. Of course, we playing board games and meet people near home, like play spaces, as I said. So yeah, that's a small happiness for us right now.
去年まではずっと会社勤めだったから、今すごくこうボードゲームの仕事をして、あるいはボードゲームしてすごく楽しい毎日を過ごしている。
Actually, she worked in design office last year, so she was very busy with some works that she doesn't like actually. But in this year, she have a chance to focus on board games exclusively. So she is very happy for right now. So working is actually very happy for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, that finishes the questionably quick questions. Thank you so much for putting up with that. This is your Board Game Geek page. These are the games that you have illustrated, although of course there are many more games that you have Welcome to, which is the localization and the graphic design. There's a lot of people working on games that are not credited. But it seems like you started off in maybe 20 years ago. Is that correct?
You mean that when does she start the artwork of the board game?
Yes, when did you start working on doing the artwork? Because these are very old games, 1999. Have you been working on illustration for 20 years?
これ、多分この
昔のまず質問は、何年前から始めたか。
私は、3年前ぐらいかな。2年前だね。
She started this work 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So it would be for more recent versions.
これは、そうね。
一番最近のものは
535かな。丸くいいかな。535 card game。これは、大富豪ってわかる。
All of this art is from Sai. Gorgeous numbers and typography.
You mean this game?
Yes, I saw all the numbers on Board Game Geek and your pictures. They are just gorgeous.
ボードゲームギークにあるアートがすべてゴージャス。
Thank you. Thank you.
So Board Game Geek, it's never 100% clear who did what. Was this you?
Yeah, I need to explain this. So this is a remake version of the old game. I mean, 20 years ago. So she did the localization of this game. So the arc is done by other people.
これだよね。これなかったの。元のバージョンと。
Some of the games on Board Game Geek is the artwork is done by Sai Beppu, but in this game, she does the localization of the game.
In Japan, Japanese version.
This is Japanese version, and this is the original version. 20 years ago, as you said.
Yeah. Good one.
Or did you start working on behalf of the Japanese publisher for rules localization and rewriting?
始めたのが、日本のパブリッシャーでローカライゼーションするので始めたのですかって。
Yeah. Yes. So.
Can you tell us a bit about the work you did?
あなたがやったことについてもっと言ってください。
そうですね。ローカライズの、こういうローカライズの小箱のトリックテイキングのカードゲームのシリーズがあって、知略悪略、ミッド知略悪略も、これはイラストレーターが別の人で、アートディレクションを私が担当しました。文字回りだったりとか、カードの UI とかっていうの翻訳をお願いします。イラストレーションは別で。
So, this is a series of the So this is number 1 in this series. So this is a series of the old trick-taking games. So one Japanese publisher started remaking old card games. So and the owner of the company contacted to her to help the localization of this series. So she did the actually direction of the artwork because the art itself is done by other Japanese illustrator. So she designed the user interface of the card.
Yeah.
So
イラストレーターに指示を出したりとか。
Graphic design.
Graphic design and user interface like rank and suit are on every corner so that the player can recognize the suit and rank.
That
original version.
What it originally looked like. So this is the new version on BGG
Right.
that we have in your hands.
私の。そうな。
Do you prefer graphic design or illustration?
グラフィックデザインがいいか、イラストレーションの方がいいか。
私はイラストの仕事も好きですが、レイアウトも説明書を作るのもすごく好きで、それは説明書があってこそ、そのボードゲームが遊べるし、わかりやすくするっていうのがすごく好きですっていうのを伝えたい。
Of course, she loves drawing artwork, but she prefers making this kind of rule book because she actually is a desktop publishing designer, DTP designer, and she loves make things much easier to understand. So making rule book is very important for her.
結構そのボードゲームの、ルールを聞いて、ルールブックに落とし込むまでにいろんな提案をすることがあります。例えば、this one これは、箱の上に、トラックテイキングの切り札のトークンが切り札が決まった瞬間にその色がわかるように、このトークンを、この、箱の上に置いて表示するのはどうかっていう提案も私がしたりしました。
Making rulebook is not just doing text, putting text on the paper. So she talks a lot of things with the original designer, and sometimes she make some advice to make the game better. So for example, in this game, she designed the box to use in a practical way. So there is actually 4 suit in this game. So, and because it is a trick-taking game with a trump suit, so there is a very strong suit among these 4. But the strong suit is determined in the middle of the game. So at first, there is no trump suit. But when the trump suit is determined, that can be indicated like this using the box. So because it is a very small indie game, but you can use the small box in a very typical practical way. So she advised the designer to do this with designing.
So yeah, using the box as an actual component, that seems really good. And hello, Alex, by the way, and lovely to see you. And Alan Outson asks, so you do more InDesign than Illustrator or Photoshop? What programs do you use?
インデザイン使ってるのがフォトショップ選ぶ。
そうだな。日本ではイラストレーターを使っている人が多いけど、海外の、デザインデータはインデザインで、作られているものが多いので、海外の DTP をやる中でインデザインもよく使うようになりました。
It seems that many graphic designers abroad are using InDesign because she got the data in InDesign format, but in Japan she thinks that many illustrators are using Illustrator than InDesign.
For the rulebooks?
The data of the rulebooks are stored in InDesign, but she preferred to use Illustrator.
インデザインは本来冊子を作るのに向いてると思うんだけど、そうだな、海外はもう、カードとかパッケージもインデザインで作られているものが多いので、それはすごく新たな発見でした。
So she is very surprised that actually she thinks that InDesign is focused on creating a booklet. So she never thought of using InDesign to, for example, making cards or like a paper component of the board game. So it is a very interesting point to her.
And so even for rules, do you still use Illustrator even for the rule sheet?
ルールブックにもいられ使ってるのかって。
Yes, 一枚もののものだとイラストレーターだし、冊子もイラストレーターで作ることが多い。でも、もしかしたらそれはちょっとりくどいっていうか使いづらいのかもしれない、本来は。
Right now, she uses almost all of her work by using Illustrator, but recently she started to think of InDesign because using Illustrator is not so efficient way to collaborate with other countries.
So you're only using InDesign because you're forced to do it by foreigners?
No, I think that's not the point, but she's actually always find the more better way to do things. So that's the point.
So Alan also asks, is most of your work localization? Is it mostly Japanese games or is it an even mixture?
ローカライゼーションが多いか、ジャパニーズ、オリジナルゲームを作ってるのが多いか。
オリジナルゲームのアートワーク関連が6割、7割ぐらいで、最近はローカライゼーションもちょっと増えてるけど、ローカライゼーションはちょっと時期によるって感じかな。
It depends on the period of the time, but right now the original game work is like 60% and the other part is the localization.
で、海外の、 海外じゃないや。日本の同人ゲーム、インディーズゲームの割合が、多い、ね。インディーズゲーム、そうね、日本のアートワークだとインディーズゲームが多い。
And most of the Japanese original game is indie game because the indie game is very active in Japan.
Can you tell us a little bit about Madame Watchdog Burglar?
Yeah. Yeah.
これについてちょっと言ってくれ。
Okay. これは、ゲームのは、これか。歌舞伎、健一歌舞伎。これは、大阪ってわかるかなの、一人のおじさんが、おじさんって言っちゃうんだね。歌舞伎さんっていう人がすごく、面白い、ゲームデザイナーで、この人はインディーズゲームデザイナーですが、これだけで生計を立てている人です。で、年にかなり数出してる気がする。最近はもう1ヶ月に1回ぐらいのペースで新しい作品を発表していて、その中でも、
It is the title is a Madame Watchdog and Burglar. So the game is designed by a very funny middle-aged man in Osaka, very talented man actually. So he is a full-time board game designer, and he's releasing a board game like 3 or 4 per year. So this is one of his games. I think it released only in this year, right?
Nice.
そして、
そんなゲームデザイナーのカブケンさんが作った、トリックテイキングゲームです。ちょっと、ギミックが、上級者向けで、トリッキーなトリックテイキングゲームになってるんですが、ダイヤを集めるゲームで、スートが3種類あって、泥棒と番犬と、マダム。で、本来はマダムがダイヤを持ってるんですが、それを番犬が守っている。で、泥棒が狙っているっていうフレーバーのゲーム。
So this is a very tricky card game, and the purpose of the game is collecting diamonds here. So this is the scoreboard. You can see here. And there's a 3 character in this game. The first one is a madam who has a diamond, and watchdog guards the madam and her house, and of course the diamond, and burglar absolutely try to steal the diamond. So by using this card, each player try to collect diamonds as much as possible.
システムは覚えてない。あんまりどうしよう。
適当に
で、トリックの勝敗判定が、
そこまでは具体的にやらなくても。
じゃんけんのような3組になってるっていうのがポイント。
So the important, most important system in this game is a rock, scissors, paper system. So each suit beats the other one, like this. So I think we don't have so much time to explain this, but yeah, that's the brief introduction of this game.
We don't need to go over all the rules, but what I was really interested about was the process of Kenichi Kabuki. How did they approve how job, and how did you start the job?
Sorry, can you repeat the question again?
How did you meet? Sorry, I'm stopping my camera because I apologize to everyone. My internet connection is really bad today. Or the public how did you begin?
Sorry, you are asking the process of the making
The artwork, yes.
the artwork. So you are asking how can Kenichi contact to her like that question?
Yes. Let's start there.
どうやって進めたか、こういうどうやって知り合ってみたいな。
ああ、どうやって知り合ったの？彼は、大喜利っていう、大喜利のイベントに参加していて、大喜利とボードゲームを一緒にしたときにゲームデザイナーということを知って、それからしばらくして、彼がエルタイルズっていうゲームのアートを、エルタイルズが商業版で出るときに私に依頼してくれました。
So she met to Kabukichi in a game event, and after that, he tried to publish his indie game to commercial. So she contact to her to do some ask her to do artwork. So I think she did the whole artwork and DTP to that game. And after that, he made so many games, and part of the game, she did the artwork. So it is one of the game. So that's the story.
Okay, and it's a very distinctive style. It's kind of where that's the shape on really. If we look at some, this is so different. You're at what point is the exact
breaking up.
Sorry, I cannot hear your question because the connection. So can you
I'm
repeat
asking, when do you decide the exact style?
When she starts the design of a board game.
Okay,
you mean?
let me.
多分だけどボードゲームのアートをやるときにスタイルがすごい違うから、
Yes, how do you decide the exact style?
Yeah, スタイル。私はもともと、文字でもともと、デザイン会社に勤めていた時も、多くのクライアントを持っていて、業種が様々だったので、いろんなタッチの方向性を分けるっていうことをしていました。なので、そういうのを決めるときは、まず、そのゲームを遊んでみて、そうですね、このゲームのファンはどんなアートが好きかなと思って、フレーバーとかも関係するんですけど、それに合わせた、タッチを考えて、提出します。
Because she worked in a design house, so she had a very various kind of clients. So at that time, she used so many different styles, depends to the client and the needs. So when she starts do the board game artwork, at first she tries to playing the game actually, and after that she thinks that who are the main target of this game and what kind of things they love, and then she decides the exact style of the game.
ブスの声聞こえなくなっちゃった。Hey, okay? Oh.
On different and 5 tribes.
Yeah.
You are again, yeah, very versatile. Do you have a favorite? Oh, let me ask a question from the audience. Have you played The Crew?
Oh. Yeah. クルーやったことあるからね。I like Crew. I like this one. And 私たちは、去年のエッセンシュピールに、行きました。その時に、クルーの存在を知って、スカウトアクションが1位になるのを見ます。スカウトアクションはどこのブースだったっけね。なんか、それからずっと、トリックテイキングがもともと好きなので、クルーは大好きなゲームです。
As you can see from her work list, she loves trick-taking games, and actually we visited Essen Spiel last year, so we know the game at the place. So actually, that's the
2019.
2019. Yeah, very good year for us because it is the first time to visit Essen.
Looks like I should get rid of this banner. Do you have a favorite project?
大丈夫かな、あと、ノコスダイスの宣伝もしよう。トリックテイク。ノコスダイスも日本の、トリックテイキングゲームで一番好きなゲームで、去年制作のアートワークの依頼をもらってすごく嬉しかったんですが、これは、海外の人にもぜひ遊んでほしい面白いゲームです。ダイスを使う、トリックテイキングゲームです。聞こえてるんだ。
Beth, can you hear us?
Are you okay?
I can hear you.
Okay.
You are coming.
Sorry. Where can you start again? What was your question? Okay. Do you have a favorite project? Among her artwork or?
Or its style.
Sorry. I don't get the point. Project. 何が一番好きか。
自分がした仕事いや、
Okay. She'll answer the question.
これね。これさっきのあれを翻訳。
Yeah, Nokosu Dice is her favorite project because it is a Japanese indie game, and actually we played this and we loved this. So when the company contact to her to make this commercial version, so she was very excited about that. So this is her favorite.
Awesome. It feels like
「海外の人におすすめしたい」って言った？
You have image. People.
Oh, thank you.
Futari Tora Kampu.
We are doing some podcast.
And this picture.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Letters Andy.
thank you. Yeah. A Samoedo and bear. Thank you.
説明する？
これは、二人で、
I think
初めて実況をしようと思って、トランプゲーム、トランプ is playing card の配信をするための、宣伝バナ
It is a banner of our podcast playing traditional card games with two player. Us, I mean.
ー。Yeah.
So it's
これは落書きだからな。Yeah.
これは具体的に説明は難しい。
いや、取り手警察の、警察の意味よね。Policeman is a rule checker.
She is posting a lot of illustration on Twitter, so that was part of her collection.
このあたりのイラストは全部、イラストレーターで描いてますって言って。
She is drawing all of this illustration by using Adobe Illustrator.
And let me ask, we normally finish off the good, the bad, and the tips.
どういうこと？
How can
it be どういうこと？
Sorry, I don't get the point of this question, so can you explain more?
how can you how the artwork to what is good about illustration and graphic design? Can you
Sorry, actually, I can hear you.
Sorry, everyone.
How can it be good?
How can the artwork be good?
やばい、これはちょっと書いて。どういうこと？
あんまり聞こえない。So, can you write your question in the comment or chat so that you can understand?
Sorry, everyone.
Okay. How can artwork, illustration, graphic design improve?
アートワークとかグラフィックデザインがどうやってあのゲームをこうより良いものにできるか。
日本語をみんなに聞こえるように大きめに。そうですね。イラストレーションと、グラフィックは別々の意味を持つと思っていて、 イラストレーションはそのゲームの世界観にのめり込むために必要なすごく気持ちを高めるものだと思っています。でもグラフィックは、よりゲームが直感的に遊びやすくなるようにするためのもので、そこの意味合いは、イラストレーションとグラフィックでまた持つものが変わってくるのかなって感じです。
The answer for the first question, how can artwork, illustration, graphic design improve a game? Her answer is that each of these have different meaning and purpose. So, for example, artwork make people to motivate to play the game, so and enjoy the world of the game and feels the flavor. So it is important to enjoy the game. But graphic design and user interface have a more practical purpose. So it should make the player more easier to enjoy. I mean, play the game. So each of these have different purpose. So for example, in her case, she focused to user interface to make the game more playable. And of course, artwork is important to make the game more attractive. Yeah.
Thank you.
And the second question is that これは、
and also
なんでこのアートを、あとアートワークの仕事を楽しんでいるか。
もともと、デザインを考える、デザインというか、イラストも好きだし、内容を理解させるための、ものづくりが好きで、説明書ももちろんサマリーだったりとか、順を追って説明したりとか、内容を整理して、それを、見た目の部分に落とし込むっていうのがすごく好きで、さらにボードゲームも大好きなので、すごくもう好きなものが組み合わさったような感じ。
First of all, she loves making things which make people more, making things that helps the people to make it much more easier to understand things like a summary of the rulebook or rulebook itself. So, and of course, she loves the board game, so she are enjoying this board game artwork. And the next question is that これは、アートデザイナーがやっちゃいけないこと。
やっちゃいけないこと。なんだろうな。やっちゃいけないことか。そうだな。やっちゃいけないことな。できれば、そのゲームの、印象を悪くするような、なんだろうな。例えば、オマージュが行き過ぎたような、なんか、茶化したような真似するアートだったりとか、そうですね。そうだな、なんていうのかな。道徳的に、やっぱり、いろんな、こう、見た目を考えることは、ボードゲームのアートワークにしてもそうだし、プロモーションだったり宣伝に対しても、そういう、こう、道徳的に守るべきところは守った方がいいかなとは思います。
It is important that the board game artwork should not hurt the morality or the originality of other games. So, yeah, that's the question. That's the answer.
And the final question that I like to ask is if there is someone else who wants to be an illustrator or graphic designer, what tips or advice would you give to them?
他にボードゲームデザイナーがアートワーカーになりたい人に対してアドバイス、ティップとかないか。
そうですね。そうだな。 結構アートワーク、グラフィックと、ルール、システムっていうのはすごく直結していると思うので、ゲームの一番面白いところを、いかにこうアートワークに反映できるかっていうところが大事なのかなっていう。
Because the graphic design and the system is related so closely, so the graphic of the board game reflect the most important and most enjoyable part of the game.
ですがずっと途切れて。
So you're saying that you need sympathetic to the game to make sure it matches. Is that?
Sorry, repeat the question again, please.
I said, so what you're saying is you need to be sympathetic and think carefully about the style of the game to make sure that the artwork matches the game.
アートワークがゲームにマッチしなきゃいけないっていうことで。
Yes. Right.
Okay. I would like to thank you very much for coming along. I think that it seems like there's so much that we could learn, and I massively apologize for all my internet connections.
Yeah,
I hope that everyone watching has still enjoyed hearing from Sai Beppu. It has been an honor to have you tune in from across the globe, from the other side of the world, based in Kyoto. Correct? You're still in Kyoto?
京都なのかって。Actually, she's located in Kobe.
Kobe now.
Oh, you live in Kobe?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were in Kyoto.
You should update the homepage.
Yeah, sorry. そう、ちょっと昔のやつ。
The data is a little bit old.
Yeah.
Okay.
But 私は京都が好きなので、京都に住んでるつもりでいます。
She loves Kyoto, so she feels like living in Kyoto right now. even these days.
Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Alan and Sate. And yes, thank you, Gother, for joining us and for being such a lovely person from the little I've seen. And thank you, Jess, for joining us. I hope that you're having a wonderful evening, Jess. And it is now time for those who are based in Japan or Thailand or indeed New Zealand or Australia to say good night and have a wonderful evening. And for those of us in Europe, I guess, to say I hope you have a wonderful day. If you wish to find me, I am stuffbybez.bigcartel, twitter.com/stuffbybez, instagram.com/stuffbybez, twitch.tv/stuffbybez, or facebook.com/thingsbybez, or you can email me on stuffbybez@gmail.com. And if you wish to reach out to Sai, then you can look up Sai Beppu on Board Game Geek, and the Twitter is allotment31, and allotmentd.com is the website. Can you explain this name, by the way, allotment31 and allotmentd? Where did this name come from?
どこからアラトメントってどこから来てるのか。
アロットメントは農園っていう意味、市民農園はなんか野菜を育てる自分の土地みたいなイメージで、デザインしているので、そこからかな。
I think it's a word for small private gardens. So because she loves gardening and making vegetables. So not an important reason, but she likes the feeling of the word.
Nice.
Thank you.
Now, looking forward to hopes and ambitions, it's over to you for this final section. I invite everyone to say something that they're looking forward to, maybe something you're looking forward to today or tomorrow or whenever. Sate is looking forward to their birthday party and seeing potentially some of us. What are you looking forward to, Sai?
なんか楽しみにしてることとか、なんかやりたいこととか、楽しみにしてること。
来年のエッセンシュピールに、出店側として参加できることを、できたらいいなと思っています。なんか出店に関わる形で。
She wanna have a booth in Essential 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
So having your own little stand. Yeah, fingers crossed that it all happens. And Alan Alton is looking forward to joining Sate's birthday thingy. Lovely. And I want to invite everyone to, if you've enjoyed this, share and spread the word. I will be back tomorrow. I will be hopefully in a better location for the internet. I must apologize. And yeah, I'm going to be talking to Digisprite tomorrow, then Lolvi on Monday, and on Tuesday morning, 10 a.m, I'm talking to Jay from 3 Minute Board Games. And if you would like to hear about that, follow me on the Twitter or all of those things. Twitch is probably the best. There's only one thing left to do, and that one thing is to say bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is it. Bye, bye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go.